Hi, I'm Kylie from Kylie's Couch. I'd like to talk to you today about expat therapy. It is something that I specialize in here in Cape Town, but I also offer sessions to those abroad over Skype. So no matter where you are in the world, if you are an expat and you are someone that is living outside of your home country, this video will be of interest to you. So being an expat is a very particular sort of experience, and something that I have some experience with myself. In 2014, I moved to Berlin, Germany, and lived there for over 2 years, and so I understand the expat experience really well. While I was there, I also worked exclusively with clients who were expats themselves. So I really do understand what it is that makes it so hard about living in a country that is not your own. So the most important thing to remember about being an expat is that living in a foreign place requires an enormous amount of adjustment. There is lots of new experiences. There are many different things about your environment, about your daily life that will be new and will have to be adjusted to, particularly in the first few months or even years. And adjustment is actually very psychologically taxing, so it makes us feel quite exhausted, quite emotionally drained. Obviously, there is the language issue. So if you are living in a place where you don't speak the language, that is really, really hard because it makes daily interactions difficult and complex in ways that it just wouldn't be if you were living in a place that's where you speak the language. And there's also the cultural differences. When we are confronted with difference and when we are in places where everybody does things one way and we do things a different way, it can make us feel very alienated and very alone. Another thing that expats experience is distance. So you are, far away from your loved ones, far away from things that are familiar to you, and this distance comes with a degree of loss. So even though you may not be, never returning home, being far away from home feels like a loss at times, and there are ways in which you have to cope with that loss. And so we're talking about feelings of loss, feelings of alienation, loneliness, and adjustment. And these are really the things that people bring to therapy when they are expats, alongside all of the other things that everybody will bring to therapy, like relationship difficulties, career problems, interpersonal problems. So when you're an expat, all of those things are sort of filtered through the expat experience of loneliness and distance and disconnectedness. Some people have very specific reasons why they are expats. So perhaps they have come with their partner who's got a job, and that has a whole added experience because the partner has a purpose, has a role to play, has work colleagues, has social connections, and to not have that and to see someone else have that can be really, really difficult. So I just want to say that even if you don't consider coming to therapy because you're an expat and because it's really hard to be in a foreign place, perhaps you can start today by just adding some things into your life that will make your expat experience that much easier. And I can highly recommend doing these things like connecting to groups on Facebook, joining meetups, joining clubs, joining studios or exercise gyms or yoga studios, things like that. Anywhere where there is a sense of belonging and a sense of people coming together and sharing in their lives. It does take a bit of effort and it is really hard and it's really scary at first when you have to attempt to take yourself out of your comfort zone and make connections, find relationships outside of your what is familiar to you. But I think it is really, really helpful in helping combat all of those difficulties that I spoke to you about. The loneliness, the distance, all of that really is aided by making connections outside in the new world that you find yourself in. Perhaps you have some other ideas of what works as an expat, and I'd love to hear some of those. So please drop me a mail or comment below this video or write me on Facebook or Twitter. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.